Melody Shari, why haven't you and your mother taken out a cease and desist yet on Mark Scott, all of the Scotts, and anybody else that you was involved with that knows all of your business? This is ludicrous. How has Mark been giving the privilege to be able to say these disparaging things about you and your mother? Him and your mother had a close enough relationship that he knows personal things about her that he's willing to expose because she refused to say that she was involved in a relationship with him. And so now he wants payback. This is ridiculous. You guys understood long enough who and what you were dealing with. This guy has no shame. He's a walking time bomb. He's willing to expose factual information about himself before anyone else can release it, or he'll confirm what somebody else releases because he knows the way the internet works. He exposes his stuff so nobody else can do it. But for him to be able to say the things that he said about Van, that she gave up a child for adoption, that she didn't want, and she's only claiming you as having one child, which is her right. But if you know somebody know these type of things about you, and you know that he feels like you crossed him, why wouldn't you get a cease and desist or a oh my God, what is the other legal term I'm looking for? To mute him, for him to not be able to talk about you. To sign a, oh my God, I can't believe it. You guys know what I'm talking about. What? This is crazy for him to be allowed to say the things that he said about you and your mother. That your mom was mad at you because you and Martell didn't allow her to sell your house, your first property in Huntsville. And then she got so angry that she teamed up with Mark and went against Schultz, the company that you and the Scotts owned, and started doing her work orders because apparently she knew property preservation as well. And she and Mark teamed up, and she was sending Mark out to different states because he was always in another state. But Mark indicated how he used to do jobs in North Carolina, South Carolina, and other states. And Van was giving him the work orders. All this stuff is allegedly. All this stuff is alleged, but the legal document that I was referring to, he should have been made. He should have been had to sign an NDA. I understand that you all were not famous. You wasn't on TV at the time. But when you guys knew that you were going to put your life out in front of the world, when your mom knew that she was going to be a TV mom, when she knew she was going to be on TV, involved in this reality show, anybody that you know that had any kind of information on you that you didn't want to get out to the public should have been made to sign an NDA. Now, this is just crazy. Mark indicates that he just came out of jail, and apparently for 30 days. I'm going to assume allegedly that he was in jail for child support. The same child support that he said Van used to pay for him, I guess when he was broke, to prevent him from going to jail. Because if we know anything about the legal system, I believe that's the term that they give dads who don't pay their child support, a 30-day sentence. I don't know if it's that first. And one of the things that they also do is to suspend their license. You understand? And so he mentioned for himself that he just got out of jail and that he did 30 days. So this guy, we wanted to know, what he was so quiet. It seemed it was beautiful. He wasn't saying anything, and now we know why. But it's been well over 30 days though. He hasn't been spewing any venom, but he is back. He is back with bells on, and he said he's back to speak his truth, to continue to speak his truth. He heard and saw, people were sending him information that was going around. He said it was a lot of chatter. People was talking about him. Now he's here and everybody's quiet because he's here to speak his truth. Allegedly, he claims that this is his truth and there's more where it came from. He also indicated that he filmed Love and Marriage Huntsville thanks to Carlos King, because the fans were asking him. Some of them are so happy to have him back. Okay, and others are not. The fan asked him, why aren't you on the show? Okay, because they want to see him on the big screen to spill his tea. And he said, I did film the show. I don't know if it'll make the cut. But I guess maybe Carlos, did this last scene as a form of putting him on the show. Not actually putting his face and him on the show, but, putting a storyline that involved him. So we don't know if he got paid for that or not, or if Van got paid for it. I'm sure she did. I don't know if Mark Scott got, but he did indicate that he did film. I don't know if it was one or more episodes, but I know for sure he said he did film for Love and Marriage Huntsville, but he's not sure because we understand editing. He's not sure if it's going to make the cut. So Carlos King has been in touch with this man. He has what? I am just flabbergasted. I don't understand. There was talk about Mel, taking out a cease and desist or something on him, or, taking him to court. Evidently, none of that happened. Evidently, none of that took place. And evidently, Van doesn't have anything legal on him because he is continuing to talk. It may not be true. It may be true. It may not be true. But to even put these kinds of rumors out is ridiculous. And he should not have been given the upper hand or the power to be able to do that when you understand the person that you've been dealing with for this time. When you saw the things he said about your daughter. You understand? And then he started saying things about you. But I guess he was holding some things back. But now, I guess he's like, he doesn't have anything to lose. Everything is fair game now. Everything is fair game. So thanks again, guys, for tuning in. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you.